is the connection for you between your job, your being your nutritionist and performance nutritionist and hunting? Was it I want this other type of food that I can, say sustainably harvest, and then you can talk about it, how it's different from the meat that you can just buy in a store? Or was the connection, I am going to do this hard thing for a number of days and I'm going to carry a big giant deer on my back, so I need to be strong, and I need to be like an athlete prepared for that, and obviously big part of being an athlete, being strong and being fit, is having proper nutrition.
I think, look, if you discuss nutrition, part of my principles that I would usually talk with people are like kind of, eat whole, clean, natural, like unprocessed foods, and try and minimize the steps between you and your food. And like, they're just simple things like, like someone eating chicken nuggets at McDonald's is very different than someone eating chicken fillets, because it's been processed and breaded, and they're not the same thing essentially. So I don't think it's a common thing for nutritionists to maybe go as far to taking it that far to being like, right, I want to harvest and hunt all my own food. And I think, so I don't think that's just because I'm a nutritionist, but I think for me, naturally, the intersection is obviously being healthy, trying to minimize the steps away from your food, knowing where your food is coming from. So I think that's probably why I would have seen the value in it, and why something I want to pursue more and get more experience in. And it's pure wild game, meats that haven't been treated or done anything. It's fresh. It's like all of that is brilliant, and there is a bit more of a connection to the food that you've got when you know where it came from, and you put some hard yards in to get it. So that's something hugely important to me, I think. And being self-sustained, and that's even fruits and vegetables and stuff like that too. And it doesn't mean everyone has to go out and grow a garden and hunt their meats, but I would encourage people to try and source their food even from their local butchers more, or go to a food market or whatever. And particularly in this year where the big massive corporations are getting more and more money, and the local producers are suffering. So like, shopping local and that, when it comes to food, is advantageous in more than one way. But I think then, obviously, as you said, there is that obvious factor. Like if you're not fit, you're not going to be like, sure, you can go out and sit in a tree stand, and that's what some people do in the States and all that. And that's probably the perception that people have of hunters, is like they're just like bait animals and sit in a tree stand and do that, and it's not fair. But one of the big things in our thing in Canada was that fair chase and no baiting and all of that. And I don't necessarily have much interest sitting in a tree stand either, because part of the process would be actually getting out there and getting the exercise and all too. But particularly for the animals that I would want to hunt, you need to be fit too. So obviously your nutrition is a big part of that as well. So they naturally intersect a few ways. For me, it's just about minimizing the steps between you and your food, and like going back to nature a little bit. And then also in terms of nutrition, because it's hard work, and when you're out and you're 3 or 4 days in, and so then you can actually implement some nutritional strategies, like ensuring you're eating adequate protein to keep your muscle, ensuring that you've got good carbohydrates to sustain energy, even the selection of your meals that are suitable. Like, even for me going out, like, I don't know, one of the days I was hunting, it was like -15 or something, and you're sitting there and it's like trying to eat chocolate bars that are frozen solid. So I was like, that's not going to work. So